If the frequent and intense bidding wars that we've seen over the last 2 years have put your home search on hold, you should know that this hyper-competitive market has cooled this year and buyer demand is moderated and housing supplies has grown. And these two things means that you see less competition from other buyers and you now have a little more power as a buyer when you're in the market for a new home. This gives you some opportunities that you didn't have just a few months ago. For example, over the last 2 years, more buyers, almost all the buyers we saw were willing to skip really important steps in their contracts, such as appraisal contingency or inspections, or they would offer significantly over asking price just to be considered by the seller. Latest data from the National Association of Realtors show that almost 92% of home sellers are now accepting buyer-friendly terms, meaning that they are accepting inspection contingencies, they are accepting financing they wouldn't accept before, they're even accepting appraisal contingencies. It doesn't mean that you are now in a buyer's market, it just means that it's a little more buyer-friendly, this market, and you have a little more leverage and you can get better terms than you could just a few months ago. Another thing that we're seeing now is that sellers are beginning to be more willing to help with closing costs. Before the pandemic, it was quite normal that sellers would quite voluntarily offer to pay all or part of the buyer's closing cost. During the pandemic, that almost totally disappeared in most deals. Now, a recent survey from Realtor.com shows that 32% of sellers recently paid some or all of their buyer's closing costs. And it's a really good negotiation tool for you when you're buying a home, to keep that in mind, so it limits your out-of-pocket at the closing table. You just have to be aware that some loan types have limits on how much you can actually receive in closing costs from the seller, so you need to work with your loan advisor to make sure that you understand how much the seller is allowed to pay you. But the good thing and the bottom line of this is that extremely competitive housing market that we've seen over the last few years has cooled down enough that you as a buyer can negotiate terms that are more friendly to you. So even though we don't have a buyer's market now, we have a much more buyer-friendly market. So if you want to discuss what this means to you, please feel free to reach out. You can just leave a message below, or you can DM me, or you can call me. My phone number will be in the comments to this video. Thank you for watching. Looking forward to seeing you next time.